listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus, Sirius-XM.
Oh my God. George.
How are you?
Good.
Sit.
How are you, George? Welcome to the Opie and Anthony show. Fresh as a daisy?
Yeah.
How did the bathroom go? You all right?
Yeah. You have the cameras?
We have cameras in there, yeah. Did you take a good one?
It left my scent.
Huh?
I left my scent.
Oh, you had to drop a deuce before you came in?
Yeah, nice.
What do you, all right, here's the thing.
But I want to talk about what he dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Was it solid or was it, was it messy?
It's solid.
Solid? Okay, that's good. That's healthy.
I love the fact that you actually answered that question.
Why not? What are we going to do? Talk about Cheers? He doesn't want to hear about Cheers. Let's talk about our dumps for a while.
Are you tired of hearing about Cheers?
Yeah, whatever.
You don't care?
I don't have an agenda.
All right. So what
Other than I need coffee.
We could get you coffee.
No, it's actually
the
press rep is on her way.
What?
The press rep is on her way.
Okay. Is she bringing you coffee? So you tired of, you and who played Cliff? I don't know his name.
John Ratzenberger.
John Ratzenberger is sued because they were using your likenesses in these Cheers-like bars. What was it, in airports?
Yeah.
Were they mannequins? Were they dummies or just voices?
They were
like
audio animatronic, like robots.
Yeah.
Do you get tired of being, as a guy who was, it became a very iconic character, do you get tired of being associated with that, like as an actor?
Well, I don't spend much energy like worrying about it, so it doesn't make me tired or anything. But it's it's not really anything I can control.
But have you gone out for things, or they said we want you for something, but they're like, no, we associate you too much with that?
Oh, yeah, I should think, yeah. Actually, they probably don't even see me, based on that, if that's what they're thinking.
Do you like television now?
Are we on radio now, by the way?
Yes, we are.
I just wondered. I thought we were shooting the shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's actually a compliment.
That's a compliment. That's how we do our radio show. We don't need it all polished and nice, George. We like to talk about your dump, a little Cheers action, and we'll get you out of here so you can go back to bed.
George didn't know if he was actually on there. Yeah, we are on there.
Yeah,
this is where we kind of talk.
You're not a morning person, are you?
No.
Well, if you drink beer, it's tough to be a morning person.
I was actually, out with friends last night, and this really does not fit into my schedule.
What time did you go home?
Not too bad. I was 12:30 or so. But I left to my own devices, it would have been worse.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm a professional.
So you went to bed. You had a few?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So you were.
How many is a few?
I don't know.
You don't really keep. You don't keep track,
I don't
right?
keep track.
More than 6?
Probably about 6.
About 6?
Maybe it would have been more if I had didn't have a 7 o'clock wake up.
Sure.
So you have to get up and do radio this morning and just promote the paperback. That kind of sucks when you're out and you want to have a few more drinks and you got to.
Yeah. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, the book's about beer.
The book's about beer, yeah. So I was doing my resurch. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Exhaustive research.
You should come in here really hungover. It would help sell the book, I'm thinking.
So you like I'm sorry.
Good. No, go.
Are you a hard drinker? I mean, I was at one point, too.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it that hard, but I drink pretty much every night.
Every night?
Unless I have some reason not to.
Yeah, that would be a hard drinker. I mean,
you think so?
Yeah, man. I mean,
okay.
Sure.
Good. Okay. Yes. Then yes.
It's cool to not have to get up though. Like as a guy, like, you're an actor. You're obviously set because you Cheers an 11-year run you were on.
Yeah,
no?
I wouldn't call myself set.
Yeah,
but,
no. Look at
the
look he gave you.
Crazy.
Well, you have 5 kids?
Yeah, so,
So you don't get the residual checks?
You get them,
but they're not big checks, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're okay. I need to keep working and all that.
So you get this impression that a guy does a show.
Like Cheers, you're set for life.
One of the biggest of all time.
Yeah.
Well, I could be set for life if I had, no kids and lived in a, double wide in Idaho or something,
right.
I'd be set for life.
Mm-hmm. Do you are you a guy who is really responsible and smart with money? Like I got to sock it away. Or are you one of those guys who's just like,
nah,
enjoy it while it's here?
I just enjoyed it, and I did sock a good bit away, but just enough for the kids' college and stuff. So I thought, but no, not even close.
Really? So as time has gone on, the college has got more expensive.
Yeah,
Cost of living goes up.
Yeah.
And now you're at a point where you're like, shit.
Yeah. I better write a book or something.
Is that really? That's a very. Are you scared?
Of
meaning, like, are you
broke?
at a point where you're like, I'm a little worried here about the money?
Yeah. Well, who isn't in this economy?
Mm-hmm. Ted Danson, probably.
Well, no, you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, he's always complaining. I'm like, well,
He's complaining about money?
Well, he has in the past, yeah.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, I know, shocking.
You should have. Has Ted invited you to do his new show?
You bored to death?
Yeah.
No, but it's not his show, really. Thanks.
Well, he's the star of the show, though, right?
Yeah, Ted is.
Well, I guess he's the biggest name, but
Biggest name
he's not
on the
like
show.
the lead guy or anything.
Yeah.
No, he's the second lead to Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah. Jimmy did his show. Huh?
I did one episode. I have. Yeah.
So you have something in common. You both did work with Ted Danson. That's kind of cool, Jimmy.
He's actually very nice guy. It's kind of
You've done
intimidating.
lines with Ted Danson.
Yes, but
That's right.
I had one liner.
As George doesn't get the phone call at home, you're hanging out with Ted Danson. That's got to be comfortable for everybody in the room.
But you know what it is? It's probably that it's awkward to use people from the same show in different projects because then all of a sudden it associates everybody with the own show. But I'm interested in the fact that you leave Cheers or Cheers is done and you think, all right, for the rest of my life I can just kind of cruise, do some plays, whatever, right? Just do what I want to do. And when does the realization hit that, like, shit, the money, there is a cap on it?
It was a couple years ago.
A couple years ago?
Yeah, my youngest is 20 now, so...
You're getting there.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
Yeah, I'm almost off the hook, almost.
So what happened? He was going to college and...
Yeah, everybody, all of them, like...
Are you married?
Yes.
All right. I was wondering if there was a divorce in there because that could hurt.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Now that might be why Ted was...
Bitches.
Oh, is he divorced?
Right, all right.
Oh, is he a divorced guy? All right, I didn't
We don't
know
need
that.
to get into that.
Have you done another series since then, or have you worked a lot, or no?
Yeah, I've done a couple of short-lived series, and it's tough sledding out there. I don't know how to. If anyone knew how to make something work, they'd do it all the time. So it's kind of an alchemy thing. It's kind of although Ted's gone on 3 things.
So Becker and then this.
4.
Yeah.
Becker, Damages, this other.
Is it depressing at all? When you look at, you were an actor before that, right? You're going out, you're doing auditions, and then you get Cheers, and it goes to what it goes to, and then when it's over, does it become a point where it's like, it's not like the star treatment anymore? Is there a depression that comes with that?
No.
No. How long does it take to kind of hit home? Like, okay, that's done now. I have to move on to something else.
Yeah, that's a bit of an adjustment because, it was rather dizzying heights. There were parades thrown in our honor and stuff. You feel like the Pope,
right.
Thousands of people on the streets in Boston and stuff. And then, so it's a bit of an adjustment, but it was very sort of amorphous and vague and probably took, over the course of 5 years or something.
And then what was it? It must have been something like, was it something you wanted to do that you weren't able to do? Like a role you wanted to do? Or what was it that hit you that you're like, ugh, all right, now I have to kind of start over a little bit?
Nothing that I can think of right now that was a specific moment, but just in general, you kind of don't get as many meetings or something like that.
Calls don't come back as fast?
Yeah, sure.
Do you watch the show when it's on?
No.
Why would he?
No, I mean,
Just
like if I'm channel surfing and I run across it, I may just sort of stick with it until the next commercial, kind of going, what was that bit? Oh, yeah, that bit. And that's all.
Do you, when you watch it, does it feel good or is there a kind of a bitterness with it?
No, it's not bitterness at all. It's just kind of, I guess I'm like any other American. It's just part of the landscape.
Sure is.
So the drinking, I want to get back to the drinking. I like the fact that George was honest. He said he drinks every night.
See, Jimmy stopped drinking and doing drugs at 17.
18.
18, I'm
Yeah, I
sorry,
was
18 years
18 when I
old.
quit.
He knew he just couldn't do the drinking thing there, George.
I was not a functional guy when I drank. Are you, as a guy who drinks every night, have you had gigs that kind of got messed up because of it? Like you're supposed to have a call at 6 and you get there at 8 or?
No, I don't. when I say every night, it's not. That's if I'm left to my own devices.
Right.
If I have something, like for example, when my kids were in grade school, like I would only drink on weekends because, I had to like hit the deck at 6:30 or something, and feed them, get them out the door, blah blah blah.
Because they don't understand hangovers, right, George?
That too. And then the night before, I was always like, now did you do homework? And so, I was a lot more responsible. But now I'm just sort of sliding back into my like college days.
Where you can kind of do what you want.
Kinda, yeah. Unless I have a gig.
Does it feel good, or does it kind of feel like floating somewhere?
It feels fine. I frankly, I wish I was busier, and then maybe I'd, probably, take care of myself a little better if I was busier.
You mean eating better, or do you mean drinking less, or
just drinking less?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I eat well.
Are you
probably why.
Are you a vomiter?
Not working as much.
No. You mean vomiter
From
like
drinking?
No.
So you never throw it up?
No. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Actually, I did it when a couple summers ago. My brother poisoned me.
And you threw up?
Yes. It was so frat boy. It was like, yeah.
Are you a blackout drinker?
No.
No, you remember everything?
Yeah.
You have to make I used to make the phone calls. There's got to be some calls you make where you're like, what exactly? Where they call you back and you try to piece together the night before, but you have to act like, no, I remember that.
No.
No? So you drink every night a lot, but it hasn't really affected you that badly.
Well, I don't know. I'm obviously grossly overweight. Maybe that's, could have something to do with it. Could be an effect, but no, other than that, I wouldn't say. No.
Does the weight, is it something like, for me, it's sex. Eating is tough. I think eating and sex are very similar because you can't be abstinent. Like, you know what I mean? You can not drink, you cannot do drugs, but you can't not fuck, or you can't not be sexual, you can't not eat. So has it been something that's always been a struggle for you where you're like, all right, I kind of want to fix this, or, how do you kind of take that on?
What?
The weight, yeah.
The weight? Just try to, exercise a lot. And if I, obviously I know how to lose weight. The hard part's keeping it off. So, it's kind of fun to lose weight, because it's all very active and,
when are you going to do that?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can do it pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
It's just because it's just like maybe several weeks, and it's like people are going, "Oh my God, you look fabulous!"
Yeah,
right.
And then it just gets really boring.
And it kind of motivates you to lose more right. And then you go right back to.
Yeah. Sounds like you need beer, George. I think that's what Jimmy's getting at. You need beer.
No, George, kind of. You seem like a little. I know you're tired too because morning radio is a bitch.
Yeah.
But you seem a little bummed. A little
really?
bit. Yeah, slightly bummed.
Jeez. I don't know. But maybe if we change the subject, maybe I wouldn't be. But
okay, all right.
But that's you can talk. You talk.
Well, it's
about
hard to change the subject when the book is called Drinking.
Yeah,
with
I guess
George.
that's what kind of motivated me to talk about
there.
it.
Yeah, okay.
Because it leads into the book, A Barstool Professional's Guide to Beer, Drinking with George.
Yeah, that's kind of.
It's fun. Yeah, that's it. It's a laugh a minute.
Well, what could you tell us about the book there, George?
It's just a couple dozen anecdotes from my life regarding beer, involving beer in general. And there's all sorts of tidbits, little factoids about beer and stuff like that.
What made you want to write a book about, obviously you like to drink, but what made you want to write a book about beer? Because your life is probably interesting. Again, you're a guy that everybody knows. Mm-hmm. So what made you want to just tie the alcohol in with it?
Just kind of playing off my image from
his character
show,
was known to
right.
tip a few back.
The Virus. Sirius-XM. This